Welcome to the Be Fantastic channel, where you will find many fantastic interviews with amazing people.
Visit the top world museums,
Incredible zoos,
beautiful national parks.
special events and much more.
These videos are designed to educate,
Inspire.
motivate, and entertain you.
We hope you will enjoy them.
Join the Be Fantastic philosophy.
Please subscribe.
Like and share.
Well, it's the 28th of March, and I'm on my way to Soho Square and for meetings at the Savoy. It should be a very interesting day. They asked me to wear a suit, which I don't have anymore. I'm glad of that. But it should be an interesting day. I'm going to meet some very important people today. We'll see. Maybe some interviews. Stay tuned. So as you know, I always say it's better to be an hour early than a minute late. And because I was a half hour early, I was able to see a little tennis. My son was the top 200 in the world, so I'm a tennis aficionado. And it's nice to see these young kids out here playing the futures. And kill a little time, relax, watch a little tennis, and before my meetings. Always be early. And I have arrived on time. And the meetings are about to begin. Schneider Electric is one of our providers for EcoStructure for Hotels. Is the seminar.
Yes, I'm Bassem Al-Arabawi. I'm the hotel segment leader from Schneider Electric for the cluster of Northeast Africa and Levant. Today we are launching a big event for the sustainability, green hotels, and the energy management solutions with providing a solar system and the commercial software as well. That's it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You have lots of fantastic innovations. And because Sharm is green now, yes?
Yeah, right. And this is a direction from the government as well.
Yes, the government says
for
we
the
must.
green concept, yes, and
Right.
green hotels and green buildings.
Go green.
This is go green. This is for COP27.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you, Bassem.
Okay, thank you.
So my name is Cedric Sala. I'm the Middle East and Africa Hotel Segment Director for Schneider. So here we are in Sharm el Sheikh with this beautiful setup where we show all the different solutions that Schneider can supply for hotels, from the guest room system to the power distribution. One of the goals why we are here today in Sharm el Sheikh is to talk about the COP27 and how we'll bring a hotel to net zero. So to bring a hotel to net zero, there are several key actions to do. The first and foremost is to try to decrease the energy consumption of hotels using smart system, and the second one would be to electrify hotel using all the loads on electricity, and then to bring decarbonized electricity. So we have one microgrid spot here to show the hotelier in the region how they can go green.
Is there a hotel in Sharm that has this system yet?
Yeah, there are already some hotels which have this system, not all of them, but yeah. But here it's really to show them what are the key actions to take to bring the hotel to net zero, and if it's not to bring to net zero, at least to decrease the carbon footprint of the properties.
You're using motion control for lights and things like that, LED?
Yeah, sure. One of the key thing, first of the key thing is to use this beautiful system to bring occupation-based control in the room.
Yeah, I saw it shows occupied, it shows who's in place.
Exactly. One of the key things, which is one of the easy things to do for hoteliers is to remove all the key card holders that we know in hotels.
Okay.
Whenever you have key card holders, it means that you can save at least 30% of the energy consumption of the room, bringing occupation-based control system.
So eliminate the key card holder, you're saying?
Eliminate it to have a system which is seeing whether there is a guest in the room or not, and then to change the temperature setting in the room whenever the room is occupied or not occupied.
Okay.
Doing that, you will save a lot, and 30% energy and then it will be a saving on the electrical bill of the hotels. So it's one of the low-hanging fruits for them to.
So to get in the room, you'll use your phone as an app? Is that how it's going to work?
Yeah, it's also, there are some systems where we can do that. It's more linked to the door lock system than the guest room system as such. But of course, this guest room system, in addition of the energy saving, it's also bringing connectivity for the guest because it's to be kind of IoT controller to manage different functionalities inside the room and give the guest a smooth and good experience.
And people want to be in a green hotel.
It's more and more the trend that yes, people want to be in a green hotels. So there are two types of customers: corporate customers and private customer. For the corporate customer, ESG, environmental sustainability and governance is more and more important. Company like Schneider will select hotels which wants to go green, or which can give proof that they have the will to go green. So it's something which is very important for the big hotel group, because what Schneider is doing, other big corporations are doing the same. And then you will have the private guests where sustainability will be much more and more important for them. So the future is to have a ranking of properties in Booking.com where people can classify their hotels with the carbon footprint of each of them.
And there's a green rating, I'm told.
Yeah, green rating. Carbon footprint is one of the metrics, but the hotel industry is also working on developing new metrics to have a fair comparison of different hotels with the carbon footprint, because it will not be fair to compare a 5-star to a 3-star in terms of carbon footprint, and also not fair to compare a business hotel to a resort in terms of carbon footprint. So that's why the industry is working on all of these metrics.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. So it's a lot of opportunities, but sustainability has to be seen for the industry as both a business opportunity and a risk for them. Business opportunities because it can differentiate them on the sustainability, can bring them more guests and more customers and more revenue. But also a risk because they will have also a risk not to have an asset which will not follow the sustainability rules of the country where they operate, and this risk is called to have a stranded asset, an asset that's going to be devaluated in the books for them, because the governments are not going from nothing to regulation, they are going from nothing to incentive and then regulation. So if there's no anticipation of owners in terms of how they will bring their hotels to decrease the carbon footprints and potentially to go to the net zero, then it can be also a big financial risk for them.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good luck with all this. It's great.
Good morning, salam alaikum, everybody. My name is Cedric. I'm the Hotel Segment Director for Schneider Electric. And today I would like to take the great, amazing opportunity that we'll have here in Sharm el Sheikh to have the COP27 at the end of the year to talk about bringing hotel to net zero. Bringing hotel to net zero and sustainability in hotels is a great challenge for the whole industry. And then let's see how we'll reach that. So first, we'll talk about a bit of hotels. How is the hotel industry compared to the other industries? Then we'll see what are going to be the opportunities to help us to reach this net zero. And then the agenda and the risk that is associated to this topic from a business perspective. And then I will go through a white paper that has been done in collaboration with IG and ARU, where a real case was done on a hotel in UK. So here is the situation. Today, the hotel represents 2% of the global carbon emission. So 2%, it's a lot. It's a lot because hotels are energy-intensive buildings. The second thing which is important is that 62% of the buildings that will exist in 2050 are already existing. So bringing hotel to net zero is not only a topic for the greenfield, but it's first and foremost a topic for existing properties, where there will be also more challenges to implement all the solutions. Among the tourist industry, 80% of the carbon emissions are coming from hotels. 80%. So usually people think that it's mostly the planes that are bringing more of the carbon emission in the tourist industry, but it's building. So how do we bring hotel to net zero? This is what we are going to see. So two major changes are ongoing. The first one is the digitization of buildings. So this digitization of building is already here. We can see all the great group that has been set up here, showing the different solutions. So this technology will allow us to capture the data. So during the last years, the data that has been captured has been multiplied by 5. And from this data, we can bring also AI. AI is really coming. So when we talk about AI, it's system that will be able to take decisions for themselves to reduce the energy consumption. So companies like Schneider Electric are increasingly investing in those technologies. And all the big corporations has multiplied by 6 their investment in terms of AI. So digitization will be about reducing the power consumption of buildings and hotels, but then it will not be enough to bring hotels to net zero. So it will be important that the power that is used is decarbonized. Electrification is ongoing. The energy consumption will double by 2050. It will double because our usage will change and we use more and more electrical equipment. It can be cars. 30% of the cars in 2040 will be electrical. But if we want to increase to use more electrified loads and equipment, we need to bring more decarbonized power. So bringing decarbonized power means that we need to increase the ratio of renewable energy in the production. So by 2050, half of the global power generation will be renewable using solar and wind. Decreasing the energy consumption of hotels with the digitization and bringing electricity, decarbonized electricity in hotel. This is the two factors that will help us to reach the net zero. Step 1, control and monitor. If you don't know how the building is behaving, if you don't know what is consuming energy in your building, it's almost impossible to take action. So that's really the first step, to monitor your energy consumption and understand it. Then to control, to put in place all the different technology that in UK, not for another one in UK, or not for a property in Sharm el Sheikh. But it gives an idea of, you know, the 5 steps that we saw on where will be the saving in terms of emission. The workshop here. But it was around the guest room, the intelligent meter, and the building management system. So 18% of saving was done in this property with a payback of 3.5 years. Again, make sure that you know how consuming all the different areas of the hotel, floor, shop, restaurant, gym, for all the different type of road, electrical, water, the chillers, lights, and then to choose the right level of meter. And for this, our experts are here to advise you. And it's a question of technology, but not only. It's also a question of having proper people who are well trained on using the BMS. One of the things that we always see in the hotel industry is that sometimes, okay, alarms are ringing in the BMS, and then the BMS gets disconnected. So this is not the right approach. The rooms, according to hotels, are 50% or even more of the total consumption of the hotels. So it's really also an area of improvement. And if you are managing a property with key card readers, definitely there are things to do. Because if you use key card readers, it means that there's potentially 30% energy saving in the property coming directly from the rooms. But one of the things also to consider to implement all of this solution, and it's directly linked to the first place, is to have a good IP backbone in your hotels to make sure that all the data will flow in the BMS, so that you can have a cycle of improvement to put, you know, the right plan, collect all the data, analyze them, and then take action.
Overpopulated cities around the world have caused people to become a greedy, selfish, and litigious society. Would you like to be happier, live longer, never be forgotten, and help make the world a kinder, more civil place? It's actually easier than you think. Every day you're asked, how are you? Instead of saying good, say, I am fantastic. It will make you look better, feel great, and reduce your stress. Making the world a better place starts with each person. Please join the Be Fantastic movement today.